Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. If you're watching this in the future, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Man, Ethereum and Bitcoin dominance, then yeah, we're still going down, taking the elevator down. Let's keep this party going. So all right. Wait for everyone to hop in here. I am live on YouTube and on TikTok on my personal account, TikTok account, Alexander Jamal Costa, and on YouTube, World War Bitcoin. Hello, Mimi. Let's see. Hopefully, ooh, you know what? I might have set the chat on YouTube to just members. Give me a second here. Oh yeah, all right. Now anyone can chat. Well, subscribers can chat. So, what happened to your account? It got banned again. That same guy's going after me, and he's trying to ban this account now. So, what am I going to do? I'm not going to pay him. Other people have paid him. I'm not doing that, and he's still going after me. So, Hey, Alex, are we looking good? I think we're looking good. I mean, altcoins are looking good. Ethereum, or if Bitcoin, so Bitcoin, its next leg higher for Bitcoin, I think, is going to be a good move for an amazing move for altcoins. Salutation from Portugal. All right. Nothing but love for my Portugal brothers. Hello, Bull. ETH leading the market. This is the rotation to Ethereum right now. Yeah. That's step 2. Next step, Ethereum. So Doge predictions. I don't really have a prediction for Doge. 702 retrace would be 53 cents. I would expect it to at least get there, but it can certainly go higher. It says subscriber only mode in here. Are you talking about yeah, subscribers, people who subscribe to the channel, that's who I want to be able to chat. So yeah, I want anyone. Yeah, okay. All right, we're good. SPX doing a cup and handle. Yeah, I called for that. Yeah, all right, thanks, Bull. I called for cup and handle with SPX. I think it's worth getting in on that. Let's see here. Ay. All right. Oh, it's breaking out of that cup and handle. I've just been too slow. I don't want to say I've been lazy. I'm just like, I know I should buy it, and I just haven't been buying it. So don't be like me. You kind of sound like Penguin Zero. I have no idea who that is. Hello, Randy. Again, for those on TikTok, I am live on YouTube. You can see my screen. Better viewing experience. Head on over there, World War Bitcoin. Check Launchcoin. What's Launch? I've heard of Launchcoin. That looks all right. It had that initial pump, and then it did what every meme coin does. Went down. Now it's in an uptrend. That looks pretty good. So, hello, Anthony. I'd be pretty confident buying some Launchcoin right now. Let me see some fibs here. Yeah, there's still some room to go higher before I'd even be a little bit concerned. Golden pocket, 25, 26 cents. So how much do you think the next correction on Bitcoin will be in percentage? I think we're going to go above $120,000 and then go down to 114.5. So I'm going to have to ask you, what, 5%? Something like that. And then after that, we're going to make the next leg higher. Don't think this will be anything like in 2021. This one all narrative driven, only driven. Not sure if I understand what you're asking, or what you're saying. Because narratives were a key part of 2021. Thank you, MC. Oh, unique birds, 3 to 4 cents. Yes, yes. I think it's going to go higher than that. But we are doing a HEEHEE giveaway, by the way. If you buy 0.1 Solana worth of HEEHEE, you will automatically be entered into a raffle to win $100 worth. Proppy looks pretty good. I'm pleasantly surprised because this chart looked terrible last year until November came around, and at least it's in an uptrend, and it's in a decent uptrend. So let's see. Pundle on fire. Pundle, I have not sold a dime of Pundle. I have a lot of confidence in Pundle. I'm not selling until 30 million at least, and then at that point I'd just be like selling a little bit. It's at what, 11 or 12 million right now. When would you be looking to exit? So I have two things in mind. Let's say altcoins just absolutely explode. I'm looking to exit. All right, and there's a chance. There's a chance that we could have one huge pump in altcoins over the next month or two, and then it's just straight up for altcoins. At least it's over. For Bitcoin, I'm not looking to exit unless it just goes absolutely bananas. Now, there's also a chance. What I would expect more to happen is that we take some time to build up strength in altcoins, and then at some point it gets pretty hot, and at that point I'd be looking to exit. So, is it too late to buy? I mean, you should have bought before now for sure. But there's some cryptos that I think, given the fact that the stock market has put in a V-shaped recovery and Bitcoin is putting its next legs higher, I really do think we're going to have a blow off top. And this is a significant shift in my mindset right now. Okay, so understand, I have not always been of this mindset. In fact, I was quite a bear. I was a bear for the end of 2025, but then the stock market put in a V-shaped recovery, and I was like, all right, you know what? We're not entering a recession in 2025. And then this big, beautiful bill passed, and I'm like, I think that's terrible for the long run, but short term, there's some money to be made. So, all right, let's see. Good morning, Kevin. Good morning, Noel. Toshi. I haven't looked at Toshi in a while. I have some Toshi, so I need to stop ignoring it. Let's see. Ooh, yeah, Toshi's chart looks really good. But to a penny? All right, a penny would be what? That would be a 20x. Hello, Adrian. That'd be less than a 20x. A penny is possible. It's hard. I'm not going to call for a 20x in any crypto, except for HEEHEE, Solnick, and Fat Cat. Thoughts on ICP? Good morning, RM, if I didn't say good morning. ICP, is it a play right now? ICP's just been stagnant, It's not been going down, but it's been flat. The rest of the crypto market, a lot of other cryptos have been doing very well. What's up with ICP? So, we'll see. HEEHEE to 10 cents. It's at 0.025 right now. There is a blow off top scenario, only a blow off top scenario. He would get to 10 cents. Let's see. So I'm not in love with ICP. I don't own any anymore. We'll see. Bitcoin dominance is also on a good path. Yeah, I made a video about that on my backup crypto account, WWBTC5. Give that a follow on X. And I tweeted about that on my TikTok account, or on my X account. Guys, I am live on YouTube. For those on TikTok, I'm live on YouTube, World War Bitcoin. You can see my screen. Much better viewing experience. So, all right, I'm 21. You could have bought anything and you made money this time. Oh, in 21. All right, Anthony, yes, I agree with you on that. Yep. This time it is more specific. And a big thing that I would avoid would be a lot of utility cryptos created in 2024. They were all cash grabs. Most of them. What do you think of Chainlink? I mean, the chart looks really good. So Chainlink chart looks good. I've been on record saying I'm not a mega bull on Chainlink. I think it'll do fine. It's just been a slow mover for several years now. So, all right, Caspa. And I may not be able to respond to all the comments on TikTok here, but I can on YouTube. So ETH is ripping. Yep, I've seen that. ETH looks great. 32.32 right now. So Caspa, I do expect Caspa at some point to explode. I mean, the chart looks okay. You know, it's put in a higher low. It's up. It's, you know, fighting against the 200-day moving average, but we'll see. I think it's worth owning some. Let's see. What is fully explode 1x from here? Not on. No, more than that. More than that on most cryptos. Ethereum is probably going to double given how much ground, at least double, given how much ground it needs to make up with its Bitcoin pair. And it's super bullish against Bitcoin. CZ predicted Bitcoin at 500K by the end of 2025. What are your thoughts? I think that somebody like CZ wants you to believe in an extraordinarily high number so that you don't sell and you become his exit liquidity. That's what I think. Let's see. What catalyst are you looking out for the blow off top? A couple things. So, you know, one, I'm hearing actual rumblings of the idea of possibly, what's his name resigning, Jerome Powell resigning. So if that happens, there is no bigger catalyst. My goodness, that would be insane. Because Trump would put a yes man in as his Fed chair and lower rates to 1%. We'd have a gold rush for about a year, and then things would come crashing down really hard. If that happens, there's a lot of regulation stuff this week. So you said HEEHEE would go beyond 4 cents. When do you see it go? ETH is well beyond 27.17. Yeah, Jane Man. Bitcoin, ETH, large caps, small caps. You know, I mean, looks like you need just every day is a grind, and you've been crying about HEEHEE for a while, and give it time. I mean, we've had a good week with HEEHEE, and one step at a time. So is it worth doubling down on LCX? LCX, I mean, the thing, I've given up trying to chart LCX. LCX pumps really hard and out of nowhere, you know? So if JP resigns, is 8-week and over thesis out the window? I mean, I'm not even married to this 8-week idea, ST. Thank you, Real Monkey. Oh, by the way, Real Monkey, you got my account banned by the message you sent me, but thank you for that hat. I'm not upset, but just FYI, I read your message on my main account and made my account public, and then it got banned because that guy is still after me. So, all right. Rudy, I don't know what that is. Hello. All right, Real Monkey, you were mentioning. All right, I feel like Dogecoin is going to hit $1 this year. Maybe. Think ADA will touch all-time high. It's possible. I'd be selling long before then. Andy on ETH should go between 600 million to 1 billion. I don't know where it is right now. So thoughts on Near, yeah, it's fine. I'm not in love with Near. Let me look at the chart real quick. 270. I mean, it's in an uptrend. It's fine. You want to have some Near. You'll make some money. Oh, shoot. All right. Don't hear anything about Pendle now. I mean, I still, it's on my radar. People ask about it all the time. I'm very bullish on Pendle. So, all right. Athena. Looks all right. I mean, at least, you know, it's bull flagging right now. Probably going to go higher. Just, I don't know, man. New utility, probably highly inflationary. Will this keep going for a while now? Looks like alts are now catching up with Bitcoin. I think that this one has legs. Again, I tweeted about this, all right? So, all right, guys, I'm probably not going to be able to keep up with the comments on TikTok. Again, if you want for me to for sure respond to your comment, YouTube, World War Bitcoin. But here's the deal with Bitcoin dominance right now that gives me hope. In November and December, Bitcoin dominance went down, and then it was just like a big fake out. There was money to be made in altcoins. But like we were all expecting that to happen. And all the moon boys were sitting here telling you November, December, January of 2025, you're going to make life-changing gains. But nobody has July of 2025 circled on their calendar as like the start of a rotation in altcoins. And so the fact that this is happening right now, and if you look at Ethereum in its Bitcoin valuation and Ethereum dominance, it just this looks much more like what is supposed to happen when we have an actual alt season. So I'm not calling for Bitcoin dominance to go under 40% or something like that. I am saying let's ride this. There's time to ride, and like I'm nowhere near selling right now, not even close. So, all right. Sorry guys, I can't keep up on YouTube. DGen Queen, I got banned. I should have joined I should have listened to you. I feel like an idiot. So when will ETH double any timeline? No, I don't have a timeline. It could literally be a couple weeks, or it could be the remainder of this year. All right, let's see. What's your gut feeling on Brett hitting all-time high in coming weeks or months? If things go crazy like I'm talking about, yeah, Brett. I mean, look at my projection on Brett. I mean, for those of you watching on TikTok, you can't. But my projection for Brett, it does look like it looks like it's playing itself out. You know, I missed on the big upswing here. I wasn't expecting to do that. But, you know, lower high, lower low, lower high, and then boom, off to the races. So Brett getting up to 24 cents, that seems likely to me. So thank you, Bull. Really appreciate it. Let's see. Trying to get it back one more time and then join immediately before you go live again. Okay, yeah. Bro, do something for HEEHEE. Well, HEEHEE went up from under 0.2 cents to 3.5 cents, and then a bunch of people sold. I didn't sell a dime. You know what? If you want somebody to do something with HEEHEE, how about this? How about you tell people to stop dumping on every pump? All right? I can only do so much. And we are doing a HEEHEE giveaway, by the way. So here's something that I'm doing for HEEHEE. If you buy 0.1 Solana worth of HEEHEE right now, and you will automatically be entered into a raffle to win $50 worth. So what do you think will happen if the crypto bills get passed? I don't know enough about those bills. I'm sorry. So did you see the ICP caffeine AI release? I have no idea what that is. My apologies. Worth dipping into Render and Aptos. Render, yes. Aptos, you know, it's a newer utility, highly inflationary, same deal, same thing that I always talk about. Oh man, yeah, I don't have my Render chart on here because it got delisted on that particular chart at least. ICP was so hyped, turned to crap. Yep, pretty much. Render's not doing as well as I thought it would do. So maybe even pass on Render right now. I mean, I haven't been paying enough attention to Render as far as what would happen, what happened when they migrated to Solana. I just don't know, you know? So maybe punt on Render, honestly, man. All right, Morpho. I love that there's only 30 people on my YouTube live stream. Oh, wow. All right, so Morpho definitely making a comeback. Now, I'm not going to say to chase this. Where did it bottom? It's doubled in a month or so. But so, I mean, you know, don't chase green candles, but I mean, I would expect this wave to continue. Let's see. Love the content. Made good money on LCX. Any tougher on Akash chart? Any what? Oh, thoughts on Akash. Okay. All right. Akash. It looks okay. Another one. It looks okay. You know. perfect breakout of the downtrend, back test, moving on up. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't object to having some Akash, honestly. All right, let's see. Pengu. Pengu to what? 50 cents? It's at 3 cents. Yes. Now, all right, let me back off from that. That's possible. And I have been talking about Pengu being my number one meme coin that you could buy on Robinhood because of the fact that Pudgy Penguins was one of a few. It may literally be the only NFT that is worth more than what it was in 2021. Like what they've done is amazing. And now they have a meme coin. I'd rather buy Pengu than any other meme coin on Robinhood. I mean, do you even call it a meme coin at this point? So Pengu, I'd rather have that. I own several meme coins on, of the Robinhood meme coins at least. Pengu, Popcat, what else? Oh my goodness. I have some Moodang, So yeah, sorry I couldn't, Scotty. I couldn't have given you more thoughts on that. I really don't know as far as Akash. 10% up on Curve. It's time, It's time. DMC and TARS AI. I don't know what DMC is. Man. See, even as I'm talking, like you guys like do something for HEEHEE. I'm trying to give away HEEHEE, and people decide to dump during my live stream. I mean, thanks guys. I'm still very, very bullish on HEEHEE. Thank you, Real Monkey. But like, it's frustrating when I go live and then people sell their bags. Hey, only one entrant so far, I think. One or two entrants so far in the HEEHEE giveaway. So yeah, TARS still just looks flat. How am I a scammer, London Foodie? Please tell me. Tell me what I've done to scam you. Always somebody coming in here. You don't know what you're talking about. Compound at the 200-day moving average. After it breaks and holds, it should absolutely blow. Always does. Let's see. I mean, just brief glance. Yeah, right at the 200-day, I'd be more bullish on that than other cryptos. Or sorry, I'd be more bullish. Excuse me, I got distracted there for a second. I would be more bullish on that on the other side of the 200-day moving average. Is Litecoin moving for real this time? No, when Litecoin moves, it gets really explosive. So how's your conviction on base memes, cryptos? Brett broke. I don't know what broke is, but Brett looks really good. Toshi, I looked at the Toshi chart earlier. That looks really good. ETH to 4K soon. Yeah, it's definitely possible. ETH is on a tear. Now, I mean, I'm sure by every metric it's overbought and all that, but ETH can definitely go higher. All right. Let's see here. Do you think Pengu is too high right now? Yes. Well, not too high. Listen, I called Pengu. It's more than doubled since my initial call. I see a chart like this. I'm not excited about their chart. I see it's at the 702, trying to break through the 702 retrace. That is a key level that, it's probably, I would think it's going to chop. But at some point, I expect this to get into price discovery. And then it's off to the races. So what do you do with Pengu? I mean, maybe you just DCA or something like that. So SPX 6900 is not even listed on Coinbase, Binance, not Robinhood yet. I fumbled on SPX. I told you exactly what it was going to do, and I didn't buy. Now it's breaking out of this cup and handle pattern. It's very bullish. Not being sarcastic. That's all I need to hear about Akash. Okay, thanks. Last cycle, most people round tripped, including me, and have PTSD. Do you think that will cause them to sell way too early this cycle? I'm sure. I don't know, Ant-Man. It's really hard to sell. That would be my response to that. I mean, listen, I sold a lot of crypto from February to April of 2024, thinking that I was selling way too early, and it really hurt. I was convinced that it was going to go higher. It did not go higher, and it hurt. It hurt to sell. It's hard, guys. It's not easy to sell. So I don't think people are going to sell too early. I think people are going to, like, it seems to happen every time that people just always expect things to go higher than they go. Floki's been doing good. Yeah, I called Floki. I did not do that in my Telegram calls channel, but I did mention my $200 to $1 million challenge. And I'm kicking myself. I closed my long too early. I had a plan in place. And if I stuck with my plan, Floki would have done exactly what I expected it to do, which was to go up to 0.0001127, and it literally got to that point, and that was where I was going to close my long. Instead of making, for my $200 to $1 million challenge, instead of making $250, I made like $70. I'm just like, I'm so frustrated. I wish I can have the perfect plan in place and still execute poorly. So, how to get in your Telegram channel. I'm trying to think of how to, all right. Yeah. On my X account, WW Bitcoin, scroll down and find my most recent $200 to $1 million challenge video. And there is a link to the Telegram channel there. So I'm holding Floki, Whiff, and Peanut. Are they good coins to hold? Yes. All three of those. I mean, we talked about that yesterday, Dot. So thank you, Daniel Delgado. I'll get to you in a second here. Actually, no, I'm going to respond to Daniel Delgado. So PNG Pangolin about to explode. V3 launching on July 21st. Any thoughts on PNG? Now, I'll be honest with you. I have not looked at the Pangolin chart in quite a while. And to be real, now, on one hand, we do have some support here, a triple bottom on Pangolin. So, I mean, to the downside, there really isn't much in terms of risk. I would love to have seen it. I would have loved to have seen it moved more over the last few weeks, but anything can happen. It's not one that I have, and who knows? I mean, Avalanche may rip really hard here, so maybe Pangolin would too. So 40 million in shorts has now been liquidated. Get wrecked, bears. It makes very little sense to be bearish right now. On a long enough timeline, it makes sense to be bearish, but not right now. And I will be bearish eventually. Very bearish. Thank you, Angela Evans. All right, API 3. I mean, it's in an uptrend. Another one. It's below its bear market bottom. I don't love it. All right, ICP. I already talked about ICP and NEAR. Not in love with either of those. NEAR more so. I like NEAR more than ICP. Arweave. It's not in love with it too. I mean, look, you'll make money on Arweave. You'll make money on ICP. You'll make money on NEAR. I'm not in love with any of those charts right now. Yeah, USDT dominance definitely on a good path right now. Alex is literally the least scammy creator out there. Go somewhere else if you want to spread FUD. Thank you, ST. I'm going to disagree with you a little bit. I talk about meme coins. I would not say that by definition that makes me scammy, but there are people who refuse to talk about meme coins, and I can respect that. It's just like I'm so disillusioned with utility that I think it makes sense to talk about meme coins. Oh, sorry, my phone's not charging. Oh well. Guys, you got to hit the follow on TikTok if you're not following this channel. I have been on point. There are 5 days in 2025 that I regret so far. April 2nd to April 7th. But other than that, I've been your best friend. ICP $30 likely. ICP could get to 30 maybe. Let's see. WIF is going to 5x this run. I could see that. Michelle Obama is a man. What's up? Do you think we will go above December 2024 highs? I think the total altcoin market cap will get above December 2024 highs. As far as individual cryptos, no. Thoughts on hype? I'm actually in a short on hype right now. On the 4-hour chart, hype has put in a bearish divergence. I could lose on that. I might lose on that. But that's very short term. Whenever hype puts in a bearish divergence on the 4-hour chart, it tends to dip like something like 10, 15%. So I'm just riding that. But then after that, I'd be an eager buyer of hype. So I think we get a small pullback this week. ABC correction. So, but after that, I think we're going to put in the next leg higher. Just joined. I have a question for you. Been watching for you for great videos. Why do you think this market could extend to 2026? That would be beyond the 4-year cycle, wouldn't it? Yeah, Kevin, I'm not a believer in the 4-year cycle. Well, listen, I'm not. I would say I have been proven wrong about Bitcoin in the 4-year cycle so far. But with altcoins, I've been very skeptical for a while on the 4-year cycle, and I really think I have been proven right with that with altcoins, because altcoins the year after the halving, they explode. They start exploding in like January. So this time has proven itself to be different in many ways. And what I've been paying attention to more is quantitative tightening and quantitative easing. That's my key thing. And we are very close to officially exiting quantitative tightening. The reason why it's been so rough for altcoins in 2025 is that we've been still in a phase of quantitative tightening. So, but now, if we're going to exit that, maybe there's some hope for some really high risk on activity. Let's see. All right. So what am I? DMC is DeLorean Labs, the car company. Okay. Thank you, Bloat Lord, Samuel, Transparent Collectibles, Lil Bit, Marcelo for the follow. All right, Transparent Collectibles is on board. Adman, thank you for the follow. Good time to buy some HEEHEE. I agree with that. Alex, that dump meme on Phantom might be something. Dump meme on Phantom. I don't know what you're referring to. Mark, thank you for the follow. Your opinion on Zig? I've made a few videos on Zig Chain. I think Zig Chain can do very well. So, ain't the beer cold? Thanks for the follow. Some crypto guys scream alt season soon, but is it realistic at all? Bloat Lord, let me tell you this. I have been a major skeptic this entire run of alt season, and I'm still a bit of a skeptic. But the way that the charts are looking right now, if we are to get an alt season, it is much more likely at this moment than it's been in a while. So whether we have just an alt moment or alt season, what I think is going to happen is something more significant, a more significant move for altcoins than what we saw in December of 2024. The charts are much more favorable to alt season happening now than what we saw at the end of 2024. So, all right, how's Injective looking? Guys, I'm live on YouTube, World War Bitcoin. I cannot respond to every comment on TikTok here, but I can on YouTube. And the guy who got my account banned, my main account banned on TikTok, he is after this account now. So it may be that I just have to throw in the towel on TikTok if this guy's going to, because I'm not going to pay him. I refuse. So he's after this account now. I'm going to do whatever I can to prevent the account that I'm going live on from being banned. But he has no means of banning my YouTube account. So Alex, love your lives, always solid, and can accept making a mistake politely, unlike some. Oh yeah, I'll let you know when I'm wrong. How likely is we get near December highs for alts in total 100? Yeah, the top 100. Yes. Where's the video on Zig? My backup TikTok account, WWBTC5. Now, all right, Injective looking pretty good right now. It's on the right side of the 200-day moving average. This is one that I might open a long on soon. I'll probably, oh, shoot, I lost it. I'll probably set a limit order right at the 200-day or maybe like a wick below the 200-day. So what is that? Like 1309, 1310, something like that. So let's see. Say chart. Do you like the Say chart? I like Say. I did close a long yesterday. Maybe I closed it too soon. But yeah, Say got up to that 236 retrace. I'm like, I'm just gonna close my long. I wasn't in that for, to hold on. That it's just a long, but Say has a lot higher to go. Say looks really good. I probably should have held that open. So JYAI. What's JYAI? Jerry the Turtle? What in the world? I have nothing for you, man. It's too new. I mean, at least it's flat right now. So maybe there's some hope that it's going to pump from here. But, all right, do you think I can get a 2-3x from here on Pepe, ADA, AVAX, XRP? XRP 3x, that's $9. I mean, XRP could go to $9, honestly. And guys, actually, I'm just going to tell you this now. On smaller time frames, XRP looks super bullish right now, like super bullish. Like as in it may break out like literally any minute, like break out violently. But 3x on XRP might be pushing it. Pepe, yes. ADA, I could see that. Avalanche, yes. Yeah. Top 5 alts with good entries now. Man, Rob, that's a difficult. You want to come tomorrow during my member live stream and ask a question like that? Please do so. But when I'm trying to respond to there's 180 people between TikTok and live stream, that's a little bit difficult for me to be like, okay, let me think about this. Let me put on my thinking cap and be like, okay, let me tell you the top 5. Now, yesterday I looked at WIF, and I mean, WIF is doing exactly what I thought it was going to do. I wouldn't be surprised. I said Peanut was another one. There were 3 meme coins. I don't remember. So WIF and Peanut. Peanut's looking okay. Above the 200-day moving average. And then the other one was Floki. That's right, Floki. And now Floki's pumped. So WIF and Floki have pumped pretty hard. Now what do you want, 5 more? That's the thing that I'm like, I gave some yesterday, and 2 of those have pumped pretty well. So, give me some time. I guess I'll get back to you tomorrow or something. Alex, do you have any theory as a bottom for USDT? If it hits 372, should we sell? Crash was calling that some months ago, and the opposite buy when it's 6.48%. That's a great question, Bull. I'd be, 3.26? Oh, no, 3.72. Yeah, I have 3.79 here. I'd be very nervous. I'd be very cautious with USDT dominance at 3.79, 3.72, something like that. It's at what? It's at 4.28% right now. I do wonder if, blow off top, we would actually go below that for USDT dominance. But that's going to be heavy resistance. There's going to be a lot of people taking funds out. I mean, look at USDT dominance in 2021. It was well below 3.79. So I really hope we get one last pullback. Yeah, sure. Pudgy Penguins for the win. Yes, sir. Is $9 to $10 too much of a strength for render, or too much of a stretch for render? I don't think so. Any advice on Arrow chart? Thinking of swapping my spot to something else. Arrow looks pretty good. Let's see here. I would not. I mean, it's done a lot of work to break through resistance and then to finally sell after breaking through resistance. I just don't love that idea. So let's see. Petrol and diesel. Yeah, Joshua Jake's handling that. Yeah, I know. You have to go private and make your accounts private just to go live. Just go live. Yeah, but I'm trying to grow my accounts, you know? What I'm thinking about doing, DGen Queen, is just like deleting any video, you know, that, you know, keeping an account with 10 videos in it, because that's what he's doing. He's reporting old videos. And so this account doesn't have all that many videos in it. Maybe I'll just like keep a constant rotation of just like, I make a video, I delete an old video, something like that. So SPX 6900 is on bullish trend. SPX 6900 looks very bullish. I did mention that already. It did exactly what I called for, and I didn't take advantage of it because I'm dumb. Peer above $15. How about Peer does something? How about Peer makes an upward move first? You know, I wouldn't agree with Peer to $15. Rio, I had Rio on TradingView once. What happened? What? All right, Realio. I mean, it's not looking all that strong. Tired of getting scammed on crypto. I got a lot to learn. Lots of scams out there. We had so many crashes. Now people are waiting for the final pullback. That ship has sailed. Maybe. All right, can you look at KeyCat and AOs? We are doing a HEEHEE giveaway, by the way. If you buy 0.1 Solana, if you buy 0.1 Solana worth of HEEHEE between now and in the end of the day, you'll automatically be entered into a raffle to win $100 worth. I don't know what to say about KeyCat. It looks okay. Just been kind of hanging around. Kevin, thanks for the follow. Wait, the same person keeps reporting you. Yes, the same person. AOs. All right, so AOs is at resistance, 40 cents. But, you know, I like AOs. I have some AOs. Chart looks pretty good. Thank you, Tcash, for the follow. Our altcoin's going to go parabolic. Sure. Yeah, XRP's at $3. I do see that. Long Pepe here looks good. Yeah, it does. Now, long Pepe right at this moment. I mean, Pepe is certainly going higher. I would not be selling any of my Pepe. That one's probably like my number 2 Robinhood meme coin behind Pengu. So, do you think TARS AI is ready for a move up? I think so. I have a lot of confidence in TARS AI. Will Solana pass Ethereum? No. Thank you, Buddy's Harborside, for the follow. Shiba, by the way, I'm pretty down on Shiba. I mean, it'll go up. You know, it'll certainly go up. I just think, you know, it's just a lot different of an environment right now than in 2021. In 2021, Shiba Inu was this revelation. It was like, whoa, another crypto like Doge. But now it's lost in the sea of meme coins. Market update. Do me a favor, do yourself a favor, follow my backup crypto account on here, WWBTC5. WWBTC5. I just made a market update video. Yeah, SHIB could 3x. Today, Base Chain has live streaming later this afternoon. Any idea? I have no idea. No. Solana BTC on Bonk. What's that? I follow 5 Alex Costa accounts. Yeah, I do have like 5 Alex Costa accounts. I have my $200 to $1 million challenge account. I have this account. I have my blocked account. I have a stock account. Floki and Bonk having a good week. Yeah, Bonk's going crazy, which, you know, Bonk, Yes, retail will come back without stimmies. They'll come back at the worst possible time. Bonk is very similar to Pengu in the fact that it's right up at resistance right now. So I'm not in love with it at this moment. But you got to think, I mean, if Bonk is trying to compete with Pump.Fun and they're actually like succeeding at that, Bonk could go off the charts. I'm down 80% in altcoin. Should I sell? Not right now. What do you think of SPX? All right, just bought a bunch of TARs. Okay. SPX 2.0, what is that? I don't know. And it's not on here, so. Elazar, I just answered your question. Sorry, I'm not going to answer it again. 21 million Bitcoin, BTC Solana tokens on Bonk, just saying. 20, I don't know what you mean. Is ICP dead? I would not say it's dead, but I would also say it's not a chart that I'm interested in buying. Hello, Costa Spawn? Cyprus. Sorry, never heard the answer. All right. The answer is no. How about that? I think they come out early and say ETH staking is going to get approved, and that's the catalyst. Maybe that would be a good catalyst. Jerome Powell stepping down would be a mega bullish catalyst for the short term, at least. Link to 35. Yeah, Link will get to 35. Are we in the parabolic stage? No. I mean, the parabolic stage is just like absolute insanity. We're not in absolute insanity right now. We're not even, I would say, in, people are still asleep. All right, guys, I am live on YouTube, World War Bitcoin. Head on over to YouTube for a better viewing and audio experience. Hit the follow here if you have not already. I'll try to get my main account back, and then I'm going to turn it private and hopefully get those strikes removed. Alex, I want to buy 3K worth of Rismus. What's your take? Should I buy now or wait? Lou, I have been DCAing Rismus for the last month, and I'm still DCAing into it. So you want to buy 3K worth of Rismus? DCA. I would not say buy it all now, but DCA. Are you a See Me Man fan? I looked at the chart for the first time ever, really, and the chart looked good. I like Crypto Bastard. I think it'll do fine. What's your exit price for XRP? I don't really have an exit price. If I'm right about XRP and it's about to just rip really hard, I'll probably take some out on the next leg, and then I wouldn't be surprised if it ripped really hard after that. I'll take some out on the next leg after that. I mean, I'm not the kind of guy to ask, what's your exit price? I should have a better system in place than I do. Will you be able to flip bearish before extreme euphoria? No. What I do is I flip bearish about a week after the peak. That's what I've been consistently doing. So what are your 3 favorite narratives going forward? Meme coins has got to be one. I mean, really, this cycle hasn't really been about narratives all that much. So meme coins, no doubt. We'll see about, I really don't know. I mean, right now, Ethereum, because, the whole Bitcoin and then Ethereum and then large caps and small caps. So Crop hits $7 and what's crop? I want to invest with 100K. What do you think? Bitcoin or crypto? Up until very recently, I would have said Bitcoin, just put in Bitcoin. Right now, there's an opportunity with Ethereum, with some of the larger cap altcoins that I'd spread it out. I would definitely buy some Bitcoin if you don't have any. But what coins do you think are good buys right now? How about the ones I said yesterday, even though they've pumped a little bit? With Peanut, Floki. All right, thoughts on Fartcoin. Fartcoin. High confidence that Fartcoin will hit a new all-time high. So I'll start with that. But that's not even, it'll go much, I think it'll go a decent amount higher than that. And what else? The chart looks bullish. It's like, it's one of the more bullish charts in crypto. So, all right, thoughts on Dog. What's up with Dog? What is that? Oh, that's Doge. I don't know. I don't know if this is even the right chart. So I guess I'm gonna have to pass, Rob. SPX is doing great. Yep. Hopefully you don't flip bearish this week. I won't. I've laid out my expectations for this week already. XRP hit $7. Sorry, I could see XRP hitting $7. Alex, are you messing? Ski, what's up, Ski? Yes. Give me $1,000 and I will turn it into $50,000 and then I will send it back to you. If you're confused, all right, I had the correct chart. The chart looks good. Looks all right. Yeah, if you're confused, don't worry about it. How about that? Pundle is about to blow again. Might want to grab some. I already have some. I have a decent amount of Pundle. Very bullish on Pundle. Hello, Isan. Thoughts on Fat Cat? Very bullish on Fat Cat, Solnick, and HEEHEE. All three. Peanut or Floki hitting all-time highs? Both. Wait, no. Let me back up on that because I don't remember for Floki how high it got in 2022 or 2021, excuse me. And the chart that I have, of course, doesn't have it. So let me say, will it get beyond its 2024 high? I think so. Yeah. AFL and NATO, thank you for the follow. Quant price in the next few months. $114 for Quant. Quant's another one that just looks pretty bullish here. And where has it gone? Will it break a new all-time high? I could see it happening. But a major target for me would be 225. Thank you, Astro Bits. All right. ORI and ORDI broke downtrends. ORI, again, is very, very highly inflationary. So it broke a downtrend. It barely broke a downtrend. I'm not touching that. I'm not holding Dedge. No, I think that's done. Still hope for LCX. Yes, I already talked about that. Again, the thing that I always say about LCX, yeah, ORDI, no thank you. The thing about LCX that I keep saying is that it pumps really hard. It pumps really hard out of nowhere. Can you look at WIF? Already looked at WIF. I mentioned that. That was a big buy yesterday. So, and today you want to buy it? It's fine. What about Abtros? What's are you saying Aptos? Injective, already looked at Injective. Injective actually looks really good right now. I might actually buy some after this live stream. All right, VeChain. I don't have anything too exciting to say about VeChain. VeChain will do fine. You know, I have a little VeChain. You know, it's in an uptrend, going to climb the ranges, the levels here. So I would not be selling VeChain at all. Any thoughts on Kendo Inu as an ETH meme play? I don't know. That chart. Oh, Poloni. What's up with Poloniex charts, man? They're all terrible. That looks all right. I mean, I like the fact that it held the 200-day as support, and now it's holding the 50-day or the 100-day. That one's probably going to do all right. Yeah, Moondoge. I'm here's the deal with cryptos like Moondoge. What's it at right now? 5.8 million. So it's holding up all right. The longer I hold a meme coin, a new meme coin, the more nervous I get. So I want Moondoge to do something soon. And I took a little bit off the table. I entered at 5 million. It's currently at 5.8 million. I made something. You know, I took a little bit off the table. Tomorrow, if it's not shooting higher, I'll probably take a little bit more off the table. And then I'll just keep a moon bag or something, you know. You think right about ETH, it's pumping. You think alt's going to lead soon. ETH, I think, has a little bit more time to be on center stage. But XRP, I've been saying XRP is gonna rip really hard very soon. Like this week. Did you talk about Chainlink? Bonk. Yeah, I talked about Bonk. I talked about Chainlink. I'd be a little bit nervous about Bonk, but like Bonk's going to go higher. It's just, it could chop for a bit. Chainlink, talked about Chainlink. 3x maybe, sure, you know. You think whiff hitting 4? Yes. Yeah. How high do you think Tau can go to? Over 1,000, but I don't know. Yeah, I see. All right, we're getting to the point of the live stream that I know it's not your fault, guys, but I'm getting the same questions over and over again. I'm not touching ICP. Yes, I think Bonk will reach all-time highs. Flare, there's a new one. Chart looks all right. I'd be more bullish on it on the other side of the 200-day. But I don't really have anything analysis-wise to say about it. Injective or near injective. Can you explain to me what it is barely broke downtrend? It's just, yeah, sure, it's in an uptrend now, but it's in a very weak uptrend. It's not like, you know, a lot of other cryptos are doing a lot better. CRV top this cycle. Guys, I don't really have price targets for you. Paul, I hope you saw that I answered your question, so could you stop spamming it? Price target for SPX? No. Yeah, no worries, Carp. Did you talk about ADA? Of course I did. SPX is ripping. Yep. Yep. White House says Trump most likely to fire Powell soon. Can he fire Powell? Most likely to fire Powell. Yeah. I'm sure Trump is saying he's most likely going to fire Powell. Can he? I tend to think. All right, guys. I'm sorry. I'm getting to a point where I got to be done. I've been on for an hour. I'm hungry. And I'm getting, you know, it's nobody's fault. I'm just getting worn out by the repeat questions. So Ethereum Classic is pumping hard. Yeah, I'm hangry. You need your main channel back. Yeah, I would love to get it back. Ethereum Classics is doing all right. I'll actually, yeah, you know, I might buy some after this. Sorry, guys, I am going to go. Give me a follow. Subscribe on YouTube, World War Bitcoin. Hit the follow on TikTok here for those on TikTok. I'll be back.